behind another figure whose movements are rendered puppet-like by bamboo poles held in her outstretched arms and thrust into the opposite pants legs, we glimpse a chain-link fence and background automobile traffic. Only one sequence grants us sufficient distance to make the location comprehensible. At the top left of a scene that shows several performers moving back and forth across a vacant lot, the back of the federal office building on Church and Barclay Streets is visible. And just below it, at the frame's right edge, we can make out the sole survivor of the wrecking balls of a decade before, a 19th century building that stood alone and forlorn at the corner of West and Warren Streets until 2003. This means that the streets we see bordering the vacant lot's south and west side must be Warren and Greenwich Streets, right around the corner from where I lived between 1974 and 1976. But just as we begin to be able to orient ourselves, Jonas cuts to another close-up of herself rotating in the hoop, and this time not only is she upside down, but the film frames are also printed upside down. Throughout Song Delay, sequences of action are interrupted by quick inserts, so quick that they are nearly subliminal, of Jonas in the hoop, of the puppet-like figure, flashes of light from a mirror that Jonas holds up to reflect the sun into the lens, and a pair of wooden blocks that, clacking together, provide much of the film's sound. Together with the telephoto lens shots, extreme close-ups of individual performers' bodies, and bird's-eye views of two people in the role of a slider crank mechanism walking along a line and circle painted on the cobblestone pavement, these elements make us fully aware of the film's mediation of the performance events. But that is far from the sole function of Song Delay's techniques. The film also uses these techniques to thwart our desire to know or possess the city beyond our immediate experience of it in the moment of use. We see the city in fragments, not unlike those that Gordon Matta-Clark, one of Song Delay's performers, gave us a few years later in his film City Slivers, in which New York appears as a series of vertical striations made by masking the camera's anamorphic lens and shooting multiple exposures. We glimpse the city in pieces, in the background, in our peripheral vision, and in recollection. So that's the end of that chapter, and that's what I'll read. Thank you very much.
Okay, so now we thought we would show a couple clips of videos that we have in the CCA library collection.